Hey fam, what's good? What's good? I hope that you're well and keeping safe. I hope that you had a nice productive week. I hope that you're gonna have a nice productive weekend as well. So I have a huge announcement I wanna make. So the background of this announcement is basically, people coming up to me and they ask me, can I mentor them? Can I mentor them? And all I can say is, go to my YouTube content, check what I'm doing over there, or I'll think about it or refer them, but then they're like, no, they want me. So I put some thought to it, and I came to the conclusion of it. And everything is still in working process, so I came to the conclusion of I'm gonna start off my own institute. Okay, I'm gonna start off my own institute. I basically want to build a community where we have people who's willing to learn. People don't understand that this is not a race, this is a journey. Where we can have supporting systems here and there, left, right, and center, from me as well as for future students whatsoever. And most importantly is to build actual independent traders. Okay, that's the main focus. Independent traders. I don't count on signals. And if you want to count on signals, you're going to have to be the signal provider. You need to know why you're saying buy, why you're saying sell, all those good things. So we will be having our sessions, to start off with. We will have 2 sessions per week. On a Wednesday, where we will be having ongoing educational sessions, covering, say for instance, like market structure, trend lines, whatsoever, how to identify this, how to identify that, and then on Sundays, we will be having our weekly breakdown, to prep ourselves for the up and coming week. Okay. And yeah, that's the start of. Now, this is an actual business, right? So it will come with an actual fee, and the fee would be 700 Rand. Okay. Now, is it 700 Rand for a month? Is it 700 Rand for half a year? Is it 700 Rand for a year? Whatsoever, as long as I'm here, it's gonna be 700 Rand. Okay, it's gonna be 700 Rand. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop me an actual DM over Instagram. My account would be inside the description, so feel free to drop that message for any questions. Okay, I'm planning on starting it off next month, God willing, the second week of March. So yeah, if you don't have me on Instagram, you can go follow me on Instagram. I will be making it public on my status basically, and you would have more information when it comes down to the institute. Okay, I'm super excited for it. I am super excited for it. Now yeah, let's not waste no time. Let's get into our actual breakdown. Okay. So starting off on our monthly time frame, we can see that we still have 9 days and 14 hours for this candle to close basically. And we can see we've been rallying towards the downside. We've been rallying towards the downside, and that's super nice. That's super nice. We do know that this area on our monthly area was a previous area which we broke above, haven't came back for proper retest, so we can potentially see price hit back inside this region. Okay, long term. This is our monthly time frame. Keep in mind, long term. So let's scale down to our weekly time frame, and basically let's see what is happening on our weekly time frame. Now, you guys know by now that we do have this nice area over here. We do have our nice actual indie, well, what did we call this? Our OG trend line over here, which we haven't tested just of yet. But are we gonna be fixated on price must go there, price must go there? At the end of the day, we need to be reactive. Okay, not predictive, reactive. And these are just regions where we can potentially see price hit into. Okay, but we're gonna have to be reactive on what price is basically doing. So as you can see, we do have this nice ascending trend line from our lows over here. Can you see low, higher low, higher low, higher low, where we broke, and we haven't came back for proper retest at our trend line as well. We had this nice actual range market over here, which we broke below, and we haven't came back for the retest just of yet. So those areas is serving as an area where we can potentially see price head into. Okay, but keep in mind, we also do have this nice actual trend line from this region over here. Can you guys remember this one? So I'm gonna just remove this one so long and just keep my area of resistance over there. Now, if I'm gonna zoom in just a little bit, right? Me, I consider this whole week, I consider this whole week as an area of support. Okay, this whole week I'm taking this as an actual area of support, and I'm gonna show you why though. I'm gonna show you why. Now, when it comes down to being reactive, if we can see price break below this area, we'll wait for the retest and we would basically take price back towards the downside, right? And if we're gonna have the break, you know, we can potentially see price hit back into this area over here, around about 10,451 can say. Okay, but let's focus on what is happening now. So I consider this whole area as an area of support. We can see that we respected this area previously and we are still rallying inside this region over here. So could this be a potential double bottom type formation for another move towards the upside? Or will we see price head towards the downside, break, have a retest, and then come towards the downside? Now, let's scale down to our daily time frame and basically see what is our daily time frame telling us. Now, can you see if I'm gonna box out this area of support over here on the daily and go to my weekly time frame, go back to my weekly, can you see that this area is still serving as an actual area of support? Okay, still serving as an area of support, so we can still see potential buying opportunities. Principles, once again, principles. In areas of support, we want buying opportunities. In areas of resistance, we want selling opportunities. It is human nature. Okay, scaling down to my daily time frame, seeing what's happening over here, looking at structure alone, just looking at structure, we can see that we do have this nice low, higher low, lower low to market, giving us another lower low over there. Looking at the highs, we do have this nice high, lower high, lower high. So we are currently still bearish on our daily time frame. We are still bearish on our daily time frame. So we can potentially see price head towards the downside, break, and just rally further towards the downside. But keep in mind, we are still in a weekly area of support. Okay, so price can easily just come down, boom, respect this area and just go towards the upside. Keep that in mind. Okay, keep that in mind. So structure on our daily time frame, bearish, still bearish. Okay, still indication, that is still an indication of selling pressure, but we are looking for buying pressure. Why? Because we are still rallying inside a weekly area of support. But at the end of the day, be reactive on what price is going to reveal. Okay, so I'm going to go down to my 4-hourly time frame over here and zoom out just a little bit. Now on my 4-hourly time frame, I can see these actual turning points over here. So I'm gonna get a nice trend line drawn out from this area over there, right back down until there, and basically put this in the near future, copy and clone it, and place it on the low, see if we can have any respects on our lows. Now, yes, I can see we do have at least 2 respects on our area of dynamic resistance over there, and we do have 2 respects on our area of dynamic support over there. Okay, now I'm gonna zoom in just a little bit and I can see something interesting happening. Can you all see that we do have this nice charting pattern over here? Can you all see that we do have this nice charting pattern over there? If I can remove the chart, can you see that we have a nice information inside this actual flag? Now, with the psychology of an information, if we're going to create an actual low over here, what do we expect? We expect another move back up, back inside this actual neckline of this double top formation. So I'm going to bring back my chart over there and just remove these lines. So as you can see, our neckline is boxed out. We basically broke below. We haven't came back for a proper retest just of yet. And just looking at structure alone on our 4-hourly time frame, we can see that we do have this nice low, higher low, lower low over there. Still bearish in structure. Now, for those like, why won't I consider this as a proper correction? You know, it's mainly because I don't have 2 consecutive bull candles, a bull one and another bull candle over there. So 2 bull candles I will consider as an actual proper correction. So I won't consider this as an actual proper correction just of yet. Okay, so now knowing that we do have this nice actual lower low over here, now with the market creating a lower low, we know that the market creates an impulse and corrections. So with the market creating a lower low, we are expecting a move towards the upside, at least back into this actual neckline of this information. Okay, and that is a clean, let's see, that's a clean 368 pop move towards the upside, and that is quite decent. Okay, and looking at what price is basically doing over here, we can see that we have this nice inside bar over here. You know, that can be an actual indication that we can potentially see price hit back towards the upside, but keep in mind that our lower time frame gonna have to change the structure from a bear market to a bull market to give us the necessary confluence to go towards the upside. So for hourly, we do have this nice information. You know, we created a lower low, so can we see price hit back towards the upside, back inside this neckline for potential dip? But if we're gonna continue rallying towards the upside, you know, we can potentially see price hit back inside this region. The most ideal scenario would basically be a break, retest, and then we can potentially see price hit back into 15,300. Okay, now let's scale down to my 1 hourly time frame and basically just see what is happening on the 1 hourly. Can we see something over here? So I'm gonna zoom in just a little bit. Now, looking at structure once again, let's identify structure. Structure is super important. High, do have this nice lower high, low, lower low, lower low. We are still bearish in structure. Okay, and can you see with this formation which we have over here, we had a nice rally towards the downside, we came back up, and now we have two big candles on towards the downside. So can we potentially see a nice double bottom formation, you know, have a closure above? Because now we're basically changing the structure from this nice bear market into a bull market. Wait for the retest, execute your trade, and take price back inside this neckline. And we can also see that we do have this nice area over here, you know, a nice double top formation over there, untested neckline. So can we see price potentially hit back inside this actual region over there as well? Well, at the end of the day, like I say, we need to be reactive. Okay, we need to be reactive. So I can even get out a nice trend line from this area over here, basically just drawing out like this. You can also have a nice trend line like that. You know, so this trend line would basically serve as an area where we can potentially see price. If we can have a nice break above the trend line, wait for the retest, we can then find ourselves, you know, having price, you know, rallying towards the upside over there. So that I am, you know, with my actual analysis, I'm favoring a nice bull move towards the upside. I'm favoring a nice bull move towards the upside. Why? Because we are still tapping inside a weekly area of support. You know, daily, yes, we are bearish in structure. So I will basically wait for a change in structure. For hourly time frame, we do have a nice information, so we need to pull back, you know, inside the actual neckline of the information. 1 hourly, you know, we can potentially see a double bottom formation. So if we can see that formation, you know, and change the structure from bearish to bullish, we can see that nice move towards the upside. Now let's say, for instance, we break below, it would be quite simple. Okay, it would be quite simple if I can just remove that, remove, you know, remove all this noise. You know, it would be quite simple. We're gonna have a break below, wait for the retest, and you know, we can basically take price back towards the downside, and this would literally be a whole swing move back towards the downside. But you know, some people, you know, like me, I am more of a scalper. I can tap into intraday as well, but swinging, that's not for me. That's not for me. So for those who would basically be having you know, who want to scalp this one, you know, you will be more fixated on what's happening on the lower time frame. Even the intraday traders, they will be more fixated on what's happening on the lower time frame. But if we can have a break retest, at least we now know what is the direction. You know, the direction would be bearish, so then we will be looking for selling opportunities. Okay, so I hope that you have a clean understanding of what I went through. If you like this content, please hit that like, please hit that sub, please be free, or feel free to basically have an actual comment dropped inside the comment section. Guys, I'm super excited. I hope that you guys gonna tune in. And yeah, let's grow, let's learn, let's grow, let's earn, let's get it.